Hi everybody, it's Kayla, and welcome back to Speed Build Someday. So today, my friends, I am building potentially one of the weirdest and most useless things I have ever built in The Sims 4. I made a prison. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, whoa, Kayla, a prison, fun. But like, this isn't one of the functional get-to-work prisons. You know, this isn't a detective place at all. This is just a fake prison that I built in The Sims. And so you can't even play in it. Like, there's no actual functional gameplay to this build, but it's kind of fun. You can, like, move a family in here and lock your Sims in cells. Like, it's kind of, like, fun for random gameplay, I guess, but it's definitely not functional for the detective career. So sorry about that, but it's exciting. We got the Oasis Springs prison out here, you know what I mean, you guys? Are you pumped about that? Because you should be, but I had a good time building this. It took me forever. I spent way too long making this place because, one, it's sort of a weird building, and two, like, the fact that I spent this much time building a thing that is so completely useless is a little bit dumb, but whatever. I'm not here to judge. It ended up being kind of cool, and it was really fun to furnish too because I definitely had to do some weird things. I tried to make it look really dark and kind of scary and also kind of ugly in there, and so I used a lot of the get-to-work items, which I don't often use, and so it looks very similar to how the detective place looks in the game. If you have, like, get-to-work, you've seen the detective building, it looks kind of similar to that, but better. I don't actually remember how big the police station is in the game. I think that this lot is too big to put there and definitely wouldn't really work well because it's not the same orientation. Like, this one is more vertical and that one's more horizontal, but you guys could probably, I should have said portrait and landscape, not vertical and horizontal. But either way, you understand what I'm trying to say. I think that you could probably renovate this place to work better as the detective building, but I definitely wouldn't play in it that way myself. It's just not functional. But either way, it's kind of fun. I was getting major, like, prison challenge vibes. Remember back in the day when Sim Supply had that prison challenge? I was a big fan of that series, and I just got that kind of vibe from this. I just kind of decided one day that I wanted to try and build a prison, and then I just went out and I built a prison, and now here we are, which is dumb to say the least, but it was kind of fun to do, and it was a really dumb stream, like, just making these cells and stuff like that and, like, figuring out what would happen, because obviously I don't really know what prisons look like in real life too much. I'm not really experienced in the field, if you know what I mean. And so it was definitely an interesting task to try and make one in The Sims, but I think I did an okay job. It was kind of fun trying to, like, figure out, okay, here are the bathrooms, like, where can they actually go, because there's, like, a bunch of doors, like, I'm figuring locking doors everywhere, and they have access to, like, a cafeteria, and they have access to the kitchen and stuff, and also the bathrooms. But isn't that kind of fun? I also put a visitor's room, which I figured, like, your Sims could come visit people that are staying here. So this is kind of fun for storytelling purposes. Again, it's just not very functional for actual gameplay. But if you wanted to, like, have a prison challenge and, like, move some Sims in here and, like, play as the warden and live your dream, there's an office building off the side that is, like, in the front of the lot, sort of, where I figured, like, the people that work higher up in the prison work and stuff, but you could probably put some sort of bedroom there and then, like, play as a warden living here. Like, that's their little house. You could renovate it a little bit. There's also a completely empty second floor, which I considered furnishing and, like, maybe putting more cells up there or something, but I decided against it because I figured it made more sense to just leave it this way. I also thought about putting, like, a freaky secret lab upstairs, but again, decided against it. There's, like, a line, you know? And so I didn't end up doing that, but if you want to download the lot, there's a whole world of possibilities as far as, you know, downloading things and making prisons and such. I kind of want to play in it now, but, like, when would I play in this prison? It was weird too trying to make the landscaping because I didn't want it to be, like, landscaped because it's a prison, so it should just be, like, concrete and dirt, like, outside mostly, right? But it was kind of ugly, so I ended up putting, like, some plants around the place, but it was bad looking, so it's weird. There's a lot of concrete around and it seems kind of empty. I also put a big truck kind of there. You'll see as we kind of get through this build what it ends up looking like, but it definitely was a new challenge for me because, one, I don't really build community lots very often, and also in The Sims, like, so in real life, I say this all the time, but, like, most community lots in real life are just, like, big concrete boxes. Like, I say community lots, but picture, like, a library in real life or a hospital in real life or whatever. It's just a big concrete box, you know? And that doesn't really work in The Sims. It looks kind of stupid when you do that in The Sims. So I tried to branch out a little bit and at least make it look sort of interesting, but, like, realistically, how are you gonna find a reference pic? Because they all just look like concrete boxes. And I'm so used to when I'm trying to build a new style, like, looking up reference pictures, but you're not going to get any help with a reference picture of a prison. They're just big boxes Yeah, but I tried my best. I think it was kind of interesting. But this building over here on the side is that office I was talking about, where I figured like the warden lives. Lives. Nope, just where he works. Or she, I don't care. But that's where they work. But you could also probably renovate that tiny building into a small house, and then they could live on site. And that'd be kind of fun to play in. Like, for real kind of fun to play in. I think I might do that. Like, get on stream and just lock some Sims in my prison and live my dream. That could be kind of interesting. Speaking of stream, I'm not going to be around much to stream this week. I'm going to TwitchCon EU in Berlin. So you're seeing this video, what, on... Nope, that's on Tuesday. I'm back. My flight home is today. I had a great time at TwitchCon EU in Berlin. My flight is I'm on my way home. When you're seeing this, I'm on a plane, in the air, flying back. Probably really stressed because I'm getting back, and then the week after is finals week, so that's kind of fun. So I can't wait to tell you all about my trip. I'm going to have so many fun stories, but that's interesting. Did you go to TwitchCon EU in Berlin? Did you have a good time? I did, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. I'm excited. I obviously haven't been to Berlin before, which is duh, because it's in Germany, and when have I gone to Germany? But I'm excited to go. You know, history major and whatnot. Speaking of history major, oh my god, I drafted a tweet. I drafted a kind of a petty tweet earlier. I'm going to tell you about it. I haven't tweeted it yet. I might not post it because it's kind of dramatic, but like, I drafted this tweet earlier basically complaining about the fact that like, because obviously I'm majoring in history, right? And like, what's a history major? What are you going to do with that, Simsie, right? Which I already have a job. I have a full-time job, so I'm fine. But whenever I talk about my major, everyone's always like, but like, what job are you going to get with that? What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do? It's a useless major. What are you going to do? And it's infuriating. I understand people kind of mean well when they're like asking you stuff like that, but just like the underlying sort of tone of, I don't know, superiority they have when they're like, I'm a biomed major. What are you going to do with a history major? Like that person? I don't like that person. And I just am frustrated with people like that. So anyone else studying things like the arts, writing, English, history, stuff like that, I'm really sorry that people suck so much. We should get them. Yeah. And all you practical majors out there, how dare you? I go on these like mini rants on stream sometimes because people come in my chat and they'll be like, okay, but what are you gonna do with that? And I get kind of upset because like their tone is mean, or so I think. I mean, it's a chat message, so like what's their tone really? They don't have a tone. I just made that up. But I get kind of upset and they go on these mini rampages because listen, here's the tea, folks, about degrees. A lot of the time, it doesn't matter what you have your degree in, it matters that you have a degree. Obviously, that's dependent on what you're studying and what you're trying to do, but a lot of times it's more important to have a degree and some form of experience than it is to have just a very specific degree. Like having a business degree might help you in some situations, sure, but like you don't necessarily have to have that to work in a business field, you know? Whereas if you're trying to be a doctor, like you sort of need to have some sort of medical background. Sure, but like other careers, you need to have a degree, okay? But anyway, I get upset when people try and attack me for studying history. I love history. It's so fun. And I'm sad. Anyway, that's the story. I'm done. Speaking of things that I love and stories that I have, I made a big mistake that I didn't love. So I'm like the biggest tryhard in school in the world, okay? Always have been my entire life. I am the biggest tryhard in school, which is fair enough. I think many of us are here, right? But I messed up so bad yesterday, didn't realize until this morning, and started crying about it. And it's such a non-issue, okay? I had kind of a big issue. I know it's not. Realistically, my grade is not going to be affected by this because there's so many discussion posts, it won't matter. But I failed to write discussion post replies yesterday for one of my classes. So I probably complain about this all the time, so you know this already, but I have one class where I have to write 1,000-word discussion posts every week, okay? Which, like, at that point, is it a discussion post? No. And then you need to write, like, a couple, like, 200, 300-word replies to your classmates. So in total, it ends up being, like, 1,600 words. But you have to post the actual first post by Wednesday, and then the replies by Sunday, because they kind of have to be thought out. So I always post the first post on, like, Monday, and then I come back on, like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and write the replies to them. Because by that point, when people have posted, so you can actually, like, reply to them. Because usually when I write it on Wednesday, no one's posted anything yet, and so you have to wait until they actually post before you can write the replies. Kind of frustrating, but Either way, I had waited until yesterday, Sunday, to write my replies because no one had posted them on Tuesday when I was doing the post. And so I was like, I'll just do it this weekend because, like, why? Obviously, that's what I always do. But then yesterday, I spent almost all day working on my research paper for a different class. Completely forgot about the discussion post. Like, I finished working the paper a little bit and I've been working on it all day. So I was like, yeah, I'm done with school for today. I'm going to, like, record a little bit. Just completely blanked, didn't write the replies. But here's the thing. These discussion posts are all or nothing points. So, like, yeah, I didn't write my replies, but I'm gonna get a 0 on the whole post because I didn't write the replies. Like, I wrote this, I think, pretty good discussion post, I'm not gonna lie, for the actual assignment. Blanked on the replies, didn't do them until, I didn't realize it until just now, so it's too late, I can't do them now. It was due yesterday. And then I started crying this morning about it. But, like, realistically, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it kind of sucks a little bit, and, like, it's not ideal. Like, I obviously would be better if I had written them, but I'm not gonna, like, it's not gonna hurt my grade. I've done all of them so far. I've got everything. Like, I'll be fine. It's just, I never mess up like that as far as, like, anything goes. I don't, like, just forget about things. But, I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of frazzled about, like, pre-recording and also doing my homework and, like, I don't know. But I was really upset with myself for that. But, like, realistically, not a big deal. Like, the smallest deal in the world. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect me at all. But, like, earlier when I realized, I was so sad. I was treating it like it was the end of the world. But it's not the end of the world, Simsie. You're going to be fine. Get over yourself. But anyway, how are you guys doing? You ever just, like, shame yourself so much about something that doesn't really matter and it's going to be totally okay? Because me too. Yikes. But I'm going to write another one of those posts today because I'm getting ahead for next week. Not the replies, though, because no one's posted anything yet, so I can't write the replies. That's the worst part, though, because, like, when I start working on it, I'm, like, all ready to write the replies then, because I've got it all in my head, and I'm, like, I've been studying because I've been reading about it and stuff like that, and then by the time I get to write the replies, because no one ever posts on the discussion board, I don't know, it really is not good. Because, like I said, the first post is due on Wednesday, but everyone writes it on, like, Wednesday night, late at night, and I always do my homework in the morning, so I'll do it on, like, Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and then no one's posted anything yet, so I can't reply to anybody. My life is so hard. How am I talking about school again in this video? I guess the moral of the story here is that I should go to prison for failing to write my replies. Yeah. Anyway, don't be mean to me about that, because I'm still upset about it. Like, I'm still probably going to cry later about that, even though it doesn't matter. So don't say anything mean about it, okay? Because I will cry. How lame is that? The fact that it's worth like 20 points. Like, it doesn't matter. But I just took it so hard, you know? Why? So pointless. I think I'm just, like, looking for a reason to be upset. You know when you, like, need to cry because you're kind of feeling overwhelmed, and then, like, a little tiny thing happens and you just, like, snap? I think I'm just looking for that thing to snap on, and this is my thing. This is what I found. It's time to snap. Let's go. It's funny how that works, right? Like, you just got a lot going on, and then one thing pushes you over the edge, and then it's like you dropped your spoon, and now you're crying. Is that just me? I don't think that's just me, right? Please tell me it's not just me. I cry a lot, though. It's not a good thing. I mean, I think it's kind of a good thing in some cases, but, like, my response to everything is just to cry. Obviously not a voluntary response, but my first response to everything is to cry. Like, I get upset, I cry. I get happy, I cry. I get yelled at, I cry. I get mad, I cry. And that's not an ideal response to anything. It doesn't help anyone. It's kind of bad, to be honest, because then I just look stupid. But, like, I'm just trying to get my point across, and then here I am sobbing, and it doesn't even matter, but I'm crying about it, and it's not, yeah. I should work on that. I think I'd be a much better person. A much better, healthier person if I didn't cry so much. I do think that crying is a good thing in some cases, and a lot of times it's good to, like, get your emotions out and cry, but, like, when you're trying to argue a point and then you start sobbing, like, that doesn't help anybody. So, but it's like that, like, kind of muffled, like, trying to not cry, so you're just, like, tearing up and, like, you want to sob, but you aren't gonna because you're arguing with somebody, and it's just, yeah. No, it doesn't end well. Anybody got any tips for how to, like, not cry? Let me know in the comments down below. The thing is, so I'm recording this video like a week and a half in advance. Not quite a week and a half, but over a week in advance. And by the time I post this, I'm gonna like check the comments next week when I put it live, and I'll be like, why are they all giving me tips on how to not cry? What does that mean? What's happening here? That happens to me a lot. I'll like ask a question in a video, asking for comments about it, and then by the time the video goes live, because I'm in my head, I'm like all super obsessed with this idea then, and I'm like, guys, what do you think about dinosaurs, you know, and then I'll post the video and everyone's like talking about dinosaurs, and all of a sudden I just am so confused about where this has come from. But obviously I asked about it and just completely forgot, although I didn't forget the dinosaur thing. That was a dumb thing that we were too into dinosaurs for too long. If you're new to my channel, you missed this like a month ago. But I had this theory that moms hate dinosaurs, and so in every single one of my builds ever that I assumed a mom would live in, I had this idea that their kid like really liked dinosaurs, but obviously moms have this like innate hatred for dinosaurs, and so no one's allowed to have dinosaurs ever, but sometimes the kids would like hide dinosaurs in their room because they want to play with them really badly, so I would like sneak a little dinosaur toy around. But if the mom found out, God forbid, because they'd be dead, because you can't, dinosaurs are bad, real bad stuff, yeah. But we had this whole dinosaur theory, and so we had people like asking their parents if they hated dinosaurs for forever, and it was kind of dumb, because like obviously that's not true. It's just completely made up. It's just a dumb Sims story, but like it was kind of funny how we were doing that. And I realized that it seems as though many of your parents hate dinosaurs. To be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about dinosaurs. I mean, I'm not a mom, so like I don't have to hate dinosaurs yet. But I could see myself starting to hate dinosaurs. I don't really care for dinosaurs at all. I feel like I'm kind of indifferent towards them, which is maybe a sign. Maybe that means something. Who knows? But yeah, I don't really have any strong dinosaur opinions personally. How about you guys? Forget moms. All right, if you're a mom, you can't answer. I'm sorry. I'm starting to be Lil Simsie hates moms. Lil Simsie's excluding moms. Okay, but if you're a mom, you can't answer my question. I'm asking anyone who's not a mom. So dads, just people that aren't parents yet, grandpas, potentially. Do you think that by the time you become a grandma, your dinosaur theory reverses? Like, so you hate dinosaurs as a mother, but then when your daughter becomes a mother, does that make you like dinosaurs again? Does it like cancel it out? But not, okay, so like not your son though. It has to, I think it's like a mother thing maybe. Hang on, any grandmas out there? Thoughts on dinosaurs? This is an important question. Can you guys ask your grandma for me? I need you to ask your grandma for me about dinosaurs. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry. I know you think it's dumb. I'm gonna ask mine later. I'll let you guys know. We need to know. I'll post a video tomorrow, and I'll tell you, I mean, I'm probably gonna forget by the time I post it, because I'm recording this now, but the video you see tomorrow I'll record when I get back, so I don't know. We'll have some dinosaur theory by then, I suppose. There's always dinosaur theory here on Lil Simsie. Right now I'm building a prison in The Sims and talking about dinosaurs. Again. My channel has hit rock bottom. I've gone off the deep end. This isn't even a good video. It's not even a good prison. The screenshots are going to be terrible. How am I going to get a thumbnail of this build? Please click on this video. Please like this video. Can you watch my video 18 times so I get more views? Sorry. I knew someone once that asked. Can you imagine if a YouTuber was like, hey guys, can you watch my video 18 times? I know you watched it once, but watch it again. I need that watch time. Oh, wow. As if that would make a difference, asking people to oh my god. I'm sorry. I'll stop. But that's funny. It's funny. Okay. Either way, as you can see, my landscaping was definitely an interesting task here because I didn't really know for sure what I was doing or like how much landscaping needed to go on here. Because one, I didn't want to put like trees because you don't want like Bella Goth to be climbing out of the prison here. That'd be terrible. So I didn't end up putting any trees, but I did put some cacti and some boulders. Now, hopefully no one's stealing any cacti or any boulders to like create some method of escape. The more I think about this, the more I want to play in this prison. Sometimes I build things and I'm like, wow, it'd be kind of fun to play here, huh? But as if I'm ever going to do that, because I never actually play the game. I just build things. And I build so many things, I never get a chance to use any of them. Because, I mean, I make like 3 or 4 builds a week, at least. As of recently, it's been more like 6 or 7 builds a week. And so I'm never going to get to play on all those things, obviously, because I just don't, there isn't enough time. I have like 900 builds on my gallery. Like there's just not, maybe it's more like 800. Some of those are Sims. I have like at least like 700 builds on my gallery, okay? There's just not enough time. Many of them are bad though. I don't like a lot of those. Yeah, a lot of those builds are not good. Ugh. Yikes. I'm sorry. Follow me on the gallery for some yikes builds, if you know what I mean. My origin ID is Lil Simsie. You should check me out. You can download this prison and other things. Such as, I don't know, stuff. But on that note, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut off right here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's been something for sure, but I miss you all. I love you all. Make sure to leave a like and comment. I don't know why I said I love and miss you guys. I haven't even left yet, but I'm back, so hey, there's that. But make sure to go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day, and so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Guys, the tea is that Judith Ward, like, she's in this prison. First of all, name Ward, Warden, get it? But also, there's no way she's not up in some, like, fraud, tax evasion stuff. Like, she's gotta be, right?